And welcome back, y'all. Got a bit of a different video today than normal. Today's gonna be me talking about my experience about playing War Thunder, but I'm also gonna be analyzing the footage you see here. This is a 7-7 French game I had. So yeah, hopefully me talking about my experience. I'm gonna be trying to cover tips, kind of tricks I've learned over my years of playing War Thunder to try and help newer players. Something maybe they're not really getting, they're not really understanding. Hopefully this will help. I mean, there isn't too many newer players joining to War Thunder, but for the very few that are, I'm hoping this can help. Even older players, I'm hoping this can help. Experienced players, any of the above, that I'm going to be analyzing this game as well. Kind of just telling you what's going on, what I did wrong, what I'm doing. Because even me, I've been playing this game for years, and I still make mistakes very frequently. Everyone does it. No matter what skill level you're, there's going to be at least one mistake you make here and there. So yeah. So you can see this is the normal route that I take approaching the city. This isn't my favorite map, by no means. As you see, normally I'll wait around this corner because there'll be another tank that'll be challenging the corner down. And as you can see, there is P-54, and because the MX-50 hosts 120 with AP, we're just gonna go right through him. You can see I waited there because over my time I know someone's going to peek that angle 99% of times. I'm sitting here, I'm watching left to see if anyone's going for the B point, if anyone's flanking. Usually you can find people between B and C on that angle that I was just watching down. And I'm watching back down. I can hear a tank front, but it sounds to be a little further. As you see, I'm checking, I'm looking, but I can hear them. I know I can hear them. So I'll sit here, and the big part of this game is being patient. You have to have patience. Majority of the time, it's just gonna be a stalling game. Now, I'm not saying you should be camping. In this game, there's time that you should be aggressive, time you should be patient, time you can just hang out. This is the time where I'm gonna be patient though, because I know they're more likely gonna peek me, because I'm not gonna know I'm here. If I do hear what appears to be a Bradley maybe to my front, but I know he's behind the building, and I know there's one far, as you saw from the smoke, and obviously the muzzle flashes and that. But I hear them, I know they're there. See a locust here, but as of recording, and I went back and looking at this, during that time, I actually didn't know what the locust was. I wouldn't normally kill locusts, but it did scare the living life out of me. Now, I'm very tunnel vision on this locust, and that was the reason I did not see this M60 push out. So I was too tunnel vision on the M22, and I shouldn't have been, because I instantly broke his barrel. Instantly, the second shot broke his barrel. And I didn't need to be looking at this locust. Now, locust isn't really a threat to the M50, but as you can see, I've got myself in a really bad situation, and that is going to be the death. Now, if you heard during that, you could hear there was another tank also pushing behind me. But this comes to the second tip of, bringing a lineup with you, because it's going to go bad. Always have a lineup. That's why I'd also recommend not, jumping the gun. As a newer player, I wouldn't recommend jumping the gun and just buying a premium that you can't have a lineup that can support it. Now, everyone's done this, I'll be honest, I've done it. But it's something I wouldn't recommend. I bought my first premium, it was the Premium Tiger II. I just unlocked the Tiger II-P, and at the time Tiger II was 6.3, the King Tiger, or the Tiger II-H was 6.7. So I had a kind of a lineup for it. I had the Yag Panther, I had Tiger II-P, Tiger II-H. I had stuff that could compete at the BR I was at. Now, I'm not saying I know the grind is bad, but because I actually have a lineup, that bad start, I can maybe try and turn it around here, which we're gonna do if you keep watching. If you're rolling back up at the same spot, I see, well, I don't see, I hear the M60 first here, machine gunning. Bad shot for me, really, really poor shot. I saw it tank front, but I'm still checking. That's a a better shot for me, but I'm firing slugs. But I need to be careful because I do hear that tank front. I don't know if the M60's J'd out or he just died of fire, I'm not sure. But I heard the tank front, I'm constantly like I'll check front every time I fire the M60, trying to help teammate. And luckily, it's 109. And so I ran one right through him, and we did that with him. Another smoke to my left. I didn't know if it was friendly smoke or enemy smoke. I see teammates are firing, and it bothers me. Because I started thinking. I also thought there was something front. There was. Unfortunately, it was an M22. He didn't actually shoot me. My teammate shot me. And it made me think something was front because I saw the hit markers get hit from the left or right. So you don't make me think. See a racket here. Now, because the changes that they made much earlier made a racket and wreck that racket easily. Bradley, it was there. I wasn't aware that Bradley was there, but now we do know he's there. He's kind of being squished by an IS-4 in the KV-2. Now, this Bradley is probably crying right now because of the fact that the KV-2 in front of him, but I don't know how the KV-2 ate both those tow missiles from the Bradley, but he did. But I also gave him the chance to get him more missiles. He was distracted, so I cleaned him up simply. That was really bad on my part. I should have been checking that because they were just hitting something over there, but I didn't see any ping on the map, so I didn't think about anything. But I do hear a tank to my right. It would have been my back. I go ahead, I get my gun aligned so I can hear him. If I say I wouldn't recommend listening to music because you want to go off your hearing almost 90% of the time. Your eyes are important as well, but hearing, in my opinion, is honestly more important than seeing someone. Because if you hear someone, you're going to know they're coming in advance. Now, I did get really lucky with that M60. I'm not too sure where he hit me, because wherever he hit me did nothing to me. But only my engine bay was poking out hard here. That's going to be an easy cleanup for me. Simply, just no armor. They can pin me from the front, but so he wasn't paying attention, I don't think. That or he just jumped the gun. Thought I wasn't paying attention. Now that tank did scare me, I won't lie. I didn't see the fire at first, all I saw was a black figure of a tank. But I checked anyways, just to be 100% clear that that was the tank. I hear something to my left again. I'm correct again, a weasel. Not much of a threat to me, but we are going to deal with it. Yeah, I'm trying to stick around the B point. I do eventually want to push up to the B point, try and make sure that A side doesn't get flanked. So as of right now, I'm trying to hold it down. I hear something else, but I can't see it. It's behind the buildings again. I'm watching around me, behind me, to my right, trying to check that corner. I hear something coming, but I'm not sure what. After playing the game long enough, you can usually identify tanks by their engines, but there's some that are just kind of harder than others, obviously. Like one thing, you can easily identify the BMPs and stuff, but I couldn't quite identify which one at first. And you see, now I see what it is. It is two targets, which is a big problem. One's a racket, one's a TAM. Now both these can pin me very easily. The racket does break the wall I was hiding behind, unfortunately. But I do knock this TAM's turret ring out, and I know that that racket is coming. So I need to deal with it. Now, this is not a good situation for me to be in. And unfortunately, it does cost me. There wasn't too much I could have did there. No, it was a 2v1. Both of them were advancing on top of me. But it was a decent run of Samoy. So, dying is going to be part of this game. I don't take deaths too seriously in this game. Because normally, like I said, if you have full lineup, you can easily just... Dying isn't for the fact that you died, it's more of a chance to have different opportunities by getting different tanks. So it's not always bad to die. That sounds weird. It is weird. It's a very weird way to view it, but I'd recommend viewing it, kind of like that. Well, I don't say viewing it. Honestly, just seeing it like that. Seeing it like that, I feel like helps with the frustration a little bit. I don't get frustrated at games whatsoever. And I know the games. But as you can see, I hear TAM, or I hear Z-TAM, I believe it's C-TAM from earlier. It's coming up, I can hear it, and it's gonna look away where I go to look to get the better angle. Look down the alleyway, he peeks. Unfortunate timing for me, but we did get his track, so he isn't going anywhere, which is good. I'm always watching down that alleyway, 'cause I always know. Normally someone's sitting down there this time, or there hasn't really been too many people sitting down there. I know it's a really common, I call it traffic way. It's just, you see a lot of traffic come through here. As you can probably tell by the bodies. Now there is something to the left, and I'm running into a dead tank. And because he's not even looking at us, we're simply just going to peek out. I fumble, he also fumbles. Thankfully, we both fumbled. Well, thankfully for me. Now, I do easily out-reload him because my tank has an autoloader. 4-second reload versus the TAM's probably 7, 6, 8 seconds. I've played the TAM like a bit, but I don't remember. There's a heli coming in. I take a pop shot at it just to try it. Nope, I miss. I ran out of gun elevation, so I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it anymore. There's no point for me to be trying to shoot at a heli that I can't reach, and then just have someone, peek on the alleyway and kill me because I'm not paying attention. Now I overload that shot a lot. It's only now I'm looking back at it that I'm really telling how bad I overload that shot. Like that round probably went like a mile above him, but teammate did end up taking him down, thankfully. Because for my France lineup, I'm still grinding France. I don't really have a... France in general doesn't get a good SPAA for 7-7. I think their SPAs go from like 5-7 to like 8-3, which kind of does suck, but I wouldn't recommend bringing in 8-3. Now also the PR changes have been kind of rough towards France when it comes to medium tanks, heavy tanks, like that. I know a lot of them were 7-3, and Charge 25T went up to 8-0, which was crazy to me. No, I'm calling from AMX30. AMX30 does get hit, but I see in chat he does deal with the M109. That's a very lucky AMX30, because M109G obviously is hosting the 150. Actually, I don't remember if it's the 150 or 155, I don't remember. But honestly, the biggest tip that I can really give to new players, just any players in general, I learned a lot, it takes time. You're going to learn over time, but to help with it, I'd recommend watching YouTubers. I'm not saying watch me, someone I'd recommend like maybe Oddboz, Oddboz's really good, Spookson's good. If you're more into air, Deffen and Smeagol are amazing at air. Smeagol and Deffen are some of the best air players I've ever seen. I do see a Falcon get knocked out here, so I obviously know there's going to be something behind him. It was IKV91, AMX30 deal with him. Now I'm going back to the A point because we kind of need to get to win the game. Team is capping C, so we don't really need the A point, but I'm still going to go back for it because I know someone's going to be there. I don't like spawn camping. I'll do it here and there. Normally, if like the game's just getting boring, I'll start spawn camping. But I normally don't. I try not to because spawn camping kind of sucks. Getting spawn camped in this game, it does suck. So normally, obviously because they have the A point, I'm just gonna go back to the A point. There's no point for me just sitting there spawn. Oh, they have the A point. I know there's guaranteed someone's gonna be there because they just capped it, and it's gonna be a free point for me to cap. But like I said, for just learning in general, it's going to take time. Playing over time, the more you play, the more you're gonna learn. You learn more maps, you learn your tanks, you learn your planes. Like I said, for ground, I'd recommend like Fly Daily, Oddboz, Spookston, like maybe Hunter. Hunter's a really good one. I'll probably put their links in the description maybe, if I remember. But if you want air though, air I'd really recommend Smeagol and Deffen. They're experienced players, they're really good players. I don't play air much and I still watch them. But I mean, they're also entertaining. All these YouTubers are also very entertaining. They're just who I'd recommend watching if you want to get, better. But that is mainly gonna wrap it up for this vid. Sorry. I know it wasn't too long. It's kind of just me ranting over some gameplay, but it's kind of how I want it to be. So thank you for coming, and I'll catch y'all next one. Peace out.